Good morning. I reached a 98.29 body temperature this morning in my luteal phase, and my goal was a 98 within 3 days of ovulation. So the fact that I'm at a 98.2, did I say two? What did I say? It's a 98.29. Maybe I said that, maybe I did. I don't know. I just woke up. That was my next big goal. That was what I wanted to get to. So I've been taking it orally along with my temp drop, and my oral temperature was at 98.29. So I'm so excited. Anyway, let's spend the day together. I'm just so excited and I'm so happy. Did a good job or not, Meester? Oh my gosh, that's incredible. I was going to say good morning, but it's definitely the afternoon. So good afternoon. I'm sipping on my pink drink right now, which is literally just cranberry juice and water and then some ice. But my entire personality right now is the cookbook. I have been working on this cookbook. It is, I literally need to take a shower. This cookbook. Okay, I feel like we have a lot to catch up on. Okay, so first of all, this morning, my temperature this morning, before we talk about the cookbook, I hit my second biggest goal, which is to get in the 98s 3 days post-ovulation. So I'm technically 4 days post-ovulation, but I forgot to take my oral temperature yesterday. But the day before I took my oral temperature, and you can see it on my chart that it was like climbing. So I'm like 90% sure that I was at 98 in the 98s yesterday, especially because this morning I was at a 98.2, almost a 98.3. So I definitely feel like I was at 90. I definitely feel like I was in the 98s yesterday, but either way, 4 days post-ovulation, the fact that my temperature is in the 98s is a reason to celebrate. That was my second biggest goal, other than, I would even maybe say like my top goal. Like my top goal, along with having a healthy serum progesterone number, which I wanted to see that number be at an 8. That was my goal. That's like the minimum healthy range of progesterone that I want to see serum-wise, blood-wise, post-ovulation, about 5 days post-ovulation. Feeling so excited and just so grateful, and definitely did not come without lots and lots of consistency and just not giving up even when I wasn't seeing changes. And if there is anything that I hope to ever show you, is that just keep going. Just keep going. Even when you're not even seeing changes, even when everything looks like it's the same, just keep going. Just keep swimming, to quote our beloved Finding Nemo. So cheers to that. I was gonna read, okay, I have so many things I wanna say, but I've been working on the new cookbook, and it's like cookbook, recipe guide. I'm just gonna get the bad news out of the way first. I think I might have said this, which it's not even bad news, but it's not going to be a physical copy. It's not going to be a hard copy. I'm not working with a publisher or anybody. It's just me creating this on my laptop for you with my most beloved recipes. I think it's going to be such an amazing resource for you, not just for delicious recipes, but the fact that you are really going to be nourishing your body and really your cells. And I just can't wait for it. That is what I'm doing today. That is like my whole thing that I'm doing today, is just hanging out with you. This was a really good ovulation. I'm having a really good temperature spike even right now. And I'm just feeling really thankful and very hopeful. So really excited to retest my progesterone levels this month as well. And I will be honest with you, even though I'm having a really good ovulation, like cervical mucus, temperature, everything like that, there was a lot of, I want to try to be as transparent as I can, but while also, you know, there was a lot of emotional stress leading up to this ovulation. Me and Bo were great. We're all good, but just outside stressors that really came in and really had to set boundaries. It's really hard to do that sometimes, but I feel like the more that I've nourished my body and really cultivated a safe space, not just for my body with like nutrition and magnesium and giving my body what it needs to feel relaxed and handle stressors, but also like cultivating boundaries in my life and being able to learn, like, let your yes be yes and your no be no. But anyway, I just wanted to say that because I feel like sometimes we can feel like it is our fault it's just our fault. We might feel guilty or maybe even shame when it comes to health in general at all, and of just not being able to, you know, perfectly control everything. And that's really just a myth. We are never going to be able to perfectly control anything. And there was part of me that just kind of got a little bit sad, like, why did this huge stressor have to come, you know, right before ovulation? And just really hoping and ultimately just surrendering the fact that whatever my progesterone is going to be this month, I'm just going to let it be whatever it is. And even if it's a little bit lower, then really seeing, hey, I didn't do anything differently, and just being able to observe, like, wow, emotional stress really does make an impact, and then learning from it and not letting it get me down. I think that for a long time, it's hard to be consistent and to keep moving forward because everything can be so like this, but that's just the truth of moving forward. I think in general, it's never just like this. It's never just like up and up and up. There's been so many times where it's just like, you know, this is how progress really is, but ultimately we are headed up. So wanted to keep it real with you and just share the honest parts of, you know, my hormones and balancing my hormones and things that are really even outside of your control. And that's why I think I'm so thankful for nutrition, because you really can help your body to manage stress. And when you are stressed, your body burns through minerals like potassium and magnesium and even sodium. Like, potassium is so important for nourishing the adrenal glands. And that's what really gets taxed when we are under a tremendous amount of stress and we use up that potassium, that sodium. We burn through those minerals. When we're stressed, we burn through those minerals, and to kind of replenish and nourish the adrenal glands that are going to really help us out in that stress. Potassium is one of the key things that you can do, which I do believe is one of the biggest, single-handedly, the biggest thing that I changed when I saw such a massive increase in my progesterone. And I was going to read this to you. That's the thing. In the recipe guide, I have like little notes of like why certain recipes are really helpful for hormonal health. And so I was reading this, I came across this last night, and I was like, this is the coolest thing ever. Neurons require potassium to fire, and specifically the neurons in the hypothalamus modulate progesterone release. So that is the thing. It is really so simple, and that's even more so a great reason to nourish yourself with adequate amounts of potassium every single day, and has been one of the biggest things that's helped me with my progesterone. And that's when I saw a massive difference, not only in the polyphenols, but then when I got the potassium and prebiotics. There's so many different things, but if there's one thing that I really think is more difficult to do, it would be to get enough potassium, that 4,700 milligrams of potassium. So with that being said, I'm going to make my progesterone punch. I'm just going to add it into my little cranberry juice mixture. I get my grapefruit element, literally 200 milligrams of potassium. Such an easy way to get the potassium in, and the sodium. Something I was just learning last night is that when in a sodium deficient body, at the site of the cell, that progesterone and estrogen, specifically estrogen, will displace progesterone when there's not enough sodium. So again, minerals really do massively affect our hormone health. I literally think it is one of the single-handedly easiest things that you can do to support the health of your cells every single day, because every single cell has a sodium potassium pump. And I will never forget, remember when I was in the car at the farm and I was talking to you about how when I learned that 25% of our resting, like, metabolic rate comes down to the sodium potassium pump. It comes down to getting enough sodium and potassium. And so what that means is your body will be able to use energy more efficiently when you simply have enough sodium potassium. In other words, for even more simplistic, is that you're burning more calories. Your body is using energy better and well when your sodium potassium pump is getting sodium potassium. We're gonna add in that, my little grapefruit element, but also, yeah, remember when I was at the farm and I was sharing about that because the guy was saying that the celery juice had really basically essentially like gotten rid of his hypothyroidism. I overheard that conversation, and the reason that celery juice is so helpful for thyroid function is because it is so unbelievably high in sodium and potassium. It is incredible. So that's the thing, just whatever is, maybe you don't have a bunch of celery that you're able to juice all the time or whatever. That is why I love having a little packet of electrolytes because it just makes it so simple. I'm gonna add in a teaspoon of the acerola cherry powder. This is gonna be for that vitamin C, which has been proven to increase progesterone levels if you take 750 milligrams in the research. They did 750 milligrams. So I do a nice teaspoon of that, and the research showed that 750 milligrams increased progesterone by 77%. So this is my little progesterone punch because we have the sodium, the potassium, and that's the other thing, on a cellular level. I know I've said this before, but I will never get over this. This is why I will never get over minerals, and it's always gonna be the thing. It's always gonna be the answer, because on a cellular level, guess what the thyroid does? It makes more sodium potassium pumps. That is how it's metabolic. That is how, when you think about thyroid and heat and stoking the thyroid, if you will, and raising your body temperature, heat, raising your thyroid hormone, having energy. When you have low thyroid, you feel low energy, feel tired. When you have normal amounts of thyroid hormone, you feel energized, you don't feel tired, you don't feel sluggish. That's because on a cellular level, the thyroid makes more sodium potassium pumps. We need sodium potassium. It is the foundational, that's what I will tell you, even putting together my little recipe guide, it is the foundational thing. Minerals are literally a pillar. They are a pillar, just like protein is a pillar, minerals are a pillar. And I can't get over it. So add in coconut water. I don't have any coconut water right now, so that's the thing. You can do whatever you want. You could do a little splash of coconut water. I'm gonna add in coconut powder. This is great because it doesn't go bad and it's literally just freeze dried. I'm gonna do 2 tablespoons, or you could just do like a splash of coconut water. That is my progesterone punch. I am telling you, something as simple as this can make a massive difference in your hormones. Like, absolutely. I used to hear all these different tips and tricks, but I'm telling you, when I started putting into practice the most basic things, I saw the biggest difference in my energy and in my fertility and in my hormones and in my progesterone increasing massively. So this is what I made and drank every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. I mean, whatever it takes to get in the minerals, that is what I was doing. And that's when I saw the biggest increase in my progesterone levels. So that is my little progesterone punch. I'm going to top it off with some more water. I'm telling you, if there's one thing that you can do every single day that's going to impact your health, your hormones, your thyroid, your energy, your stress levels, your stress response, your ability to handle stress, every single thing, it is minerals. It's minerals, minerals, minerals. If God made every single cell in our body to have sodium and potassium pump, we better be giving ourselves sodium, potassium, and it just can't get simpler than that. And LMNT's my favorite one. I love the grapefruit. You can go to drinklmnt.com/Cambria and you're gonna get a free sample pack with your purchase, and you can try out all the different flavors, figure out which flavor is your favorite. I love the grapefruit so much, but link will be in the description box, especially going in for my draw tomorrow. 100%, I'm gonna be sipping this down probably multiple times tomorrow. Oh, I will tell you something. Making sure that you are hydrated is so important for progesterone as well. Like, just drinking enough water and making sure that you are not dehydrated. If you're dehydrated and your I'll tell you something. If you're dehydrated and your blood glucose levels are high because there's not enough water in the blood and you're dehydrated and you get a more concentrated amount of that blood glucose, that can impair ovulation. Blood sugar balance is at the heart of hormonal health. We need it in order to ovulate. So if we have really, really high blood glucose levels, simply because we're not drinking water, we're not drinking enough water. I can't tell you the amount of fertility experts that I've spoken to, that I've learned from, that simply talk about drinking enough water and how when women literally can miss the most basic things. We want to look to the supplements. We want to look to like the castor oil packs, like all these things. But the most fundamental things are the ones that can be incredibly overlooked because we think how it's just, you know, oh yeah, water. I know to drink enough water. But do we drink enough water? I'm telling you, it is so incredibly important. So drink your water, drink your potassium, get your sodium, get your magnesium. Magnesium is so important to be able to handle stress and is actually incredibly important for our body to make enzymes and break down our food, which in turn allows us to absorb our nutrients better. So I think this is the best one that I've made. Like somehow this tastes better than any hydration progesterone punch that I've ever made, ever before. I do not understand what is happening right now, but this, I think I just cracked the code. It's 100% grapefruit element, the acerola cherry powder, the coconut water powder, and then a little bit of the cranberry juice. That combination is elite. Okay, what do you think of it?
Not really the best taste.
Oh, really? Okay, this is the highest potassium amount coconut water I've ever seen in my life. I'm freaking out. 1,400 milligrams, 1,460 milligrams of potassium. I can't even speak. I'm so excited. That is so much potassium. I cannot overstate the importance of potassium and how important it is for progesterone production. This is incredible for this one little bottle. That is the most. Usually coconut water is only about like 400 to 500, at the most 600. This is 1,400. That is, I should have got more of these. I literally should have got more of these just for the sake of potassium. This is incredible. I feel like kind of more and more you drink it gets better. I'm always comparing it to I'm gonna try it.
The other pink stuff we get.
Oh, that is interesting.
You said it's pulp, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
Okay, that's not like sweet coconut water. This is organic pressed coconut juice. This is very interesting. So this actually isn't like the pure water because it has some of the coconut, like the fat. So it's very unique. This is, I think it's good. I think it's good. It's not super sweet. Are you kidding me? Would I drink this every single day to easily? Yeah. It's a coconut. It does grow on you. It's definitely like coconut, not super sweet, but like a nice refreshing drink. That is a massive amount of potassium.
Oh, I thought you were saying big spider over here or something.
No, it's just a huge amount of potassium.
Not bad. I think it grows on you.
Coco Mio. Oh, shake well. Did we do it wrong?
I shook mine.
I'm pumped on that. I'm a little bit sad I didn't get 2. I didn't realize that
is a lot.
That's a lot. You don't understand. That is a ton
30%?
of it. 30%. That's astronomical
of your daily
value. Do you know how hard it is to get 4,700 milligrams of potassium?
That's crazy.
It is like you have to focus on getting that amount every day. It is so important for our cellular health. Potassium like that's incredible. When was the last time that I did a grocery haul? I actually cannot remember. I have a very fun haul, and this is not a usual haul because I bought a lot of stuff for the upcoming cookbook recipe guide. I've listened to every single thing that you've said and requested, so I'm doing my famous, this is like a super fancy dinner, but the easiest dinner you could ever possibly make, and you requested that it be in there because it is phenomenal and it's so easy to do and it's really good. So I got chard because you're gonna need rainbow chard for that recipe. I actually got grass-fed ribs because I cannot remember the last time that I had ribs. We have some local grass-fed ribs, so I was like, you know what? Let's go for it. I don't even know if we've ever actually cooked ribs in our entire marriage. Have we, babe?
I can't remember.
I don't think we ever have.
I'm gonna either smoke them or bake them.
I'm gonna bake them. Stone fruit is just the best. So I got some plums and my favorite white peaches, literally so good. And this is my favorite new bread that I have been obsessed with, the Cook's gluten-free sourdough. So this is actually fermented, which is incredible. Fermented sourdough starter, which is actually really good for your gut. The ingredients in this are just unmatched. I love this bread so much. It's my favorite. Some scallops for that recipe that I was telling you about. From Costco, chicken tenderloins, restocked our butter, got some feta, mangoes, blueberries, strawberries for my matcha, which is very essential. I'm gonna bulk make my strawberry matcha puree, and then that way I can just have it in the fridge throughout this whole week. This is such a big grocery haul. I got some sun-dried tomatoes. I've been really liking these lately in like sandwiches. Greek yogurt. I have some amazing dessert recipes coming, and yes, I'm making sure that there are some dairy-free options in there, but I have a really good dessert coming with that. And then these were on sale. These are my favorite. These were on sale at Whole Foods. The golden kiwis are the best. They're so high in potassium and they're delicious. Turkey was on sale, so it's always nice to have a classic turkey sandwich that's so easy to get enough protein. I got some burrata. I have been loving burrata sandwiches. I'm telling you, these recipes are gonna be amazing. I got some skyr yogurt, which is also, I got extra just because I need them for the recipe. I also got whole milk Greek yogurt. I really needed a lot. Parsnips for my parsnip puree. Literally rivals like potatoes. So good. I mean, they're different. I love them both equally. Potatoes are so amazing. They're super high in potassium. But the flavor of the parsnip puree is just so unexpectedly delicious that I love it. Frozen peas, cottage cheese, and then a couple chicken apple sausages. These are so good. The chicken and maple, these have a lot of protein in them, like 6 grams. Seriously, getting 30 grams of protein at breakfast, like at least 25, 30 is really optimal. Really, I do get 30 every time because I add collagen to my matcha. That has completely changed my life and my hormones. It is so important for progesterone production, and it just really has completely changed my life. So that is that. And then I got this because so I saw this last time, but I just was convinced to buy it, and because somebody was saying how amazing it is, and I was like, I have to try this. So I really wanted to try it, and I have my little tea chinos that I can make that are kind of like coffee. And sometimes I just want like a warm drink later on in the afternoon. The ingredients are filtered water, organic coconut sugar, organic almonds, tapioca fiber, and Himalayan salt and baking soda. That's it. And this is the caramel creamer, the Malk. I just really wanted to try it. Like I heard so many good things about this that I was like, I have to try it. Make a little afternoon tea chino with that. Oh my gosh, this is a huge grocery haul. I am making my little potassium green drink, which I've called Gorilla Milk. And what I'm gonna start doing even for myself is bulk prepping it out because it is so rich in potassium. You can really tell I'm just like on my potassium game. Raspberries are my secret to get enough fiber. They're just the highest fiber fruit and they're delicious and it's just the easiest. Okay, I got so many plantains. This whole thing is full of plantains. Like I'm not gonna take them all out because it's like an astronomical amount. I got so many plantains. This recipe book is gonna be so amazing. I'm just so excited. And then, oh, babe, you gotta open spaghetti.
It's fun, right?
I don't know. Got our jovial pasta, definitely our favorite gluten-free pasta. The penne, more coconut sugar. Oh, I got more coconut flour and I needed some flaxseed. Literally, this is a huge grocery haul. I got more potatoes. What I made for breakfast this morning was actually incredible. I really hope that they honestly keep this at Costco because this is unbelievable. I needed some more balsamic vinegar. I cannot even express how excited I am for this recipe guide. Okay, last but not least, we got some cucumbers to make our little Gorilla Milk. And that is everything. That is the grocery haul. I need to put this away. I can't believe where this day went. I ended up having like a couple things I forgot about, like meetings and just like I just had some stuff that I had to do. And then already it was like super late at night. So it is 8 o'clock. I think I didn't get my 10,000 today. That's not usual, but you know what? It's okay. We're going to go with the flow. Pretty much have to put all this away and then it's literally time to wind down for bed. So I might just catch up with you in the morning. Gotta say, this is optional. You don't have to put protein powder if you don't want to use it or you don't have it 100%. I'm just throwing it in there for some extra protein and the vanilla flavor. I love that this is grass-fed beef. I just love Equip so much and I think it's a great way to get extra protein, adding more flavor, but just throwing it out there that you don't have to use it. You can just keep the right ratios of flour, which you'll see in there. I'm giving lots and lots of options for substitutions and just really being mindful of everybody's different dietary preferences. So, it smells so good though. Oops. Whoa. Here we go. My little carrot cake loaf. Let's try it out. I think that is my favorite carrot cake I've ever had. Ever. That is incredible. Hello, my friend. I feel like I have been living, eating, breathing, sleeping this cookbook. I want to give you like a little sneak peek. It's probably going to be hard to see, but we got, gosh, everything to go with the flow drink, the maple marshmallows, guava hydration gel, the protein, blueberry muffins, the pumpkin bread is so good. Less gluten-free chocolate chip cookies, protein banana bread, which you can make into muffins. I mean, the coconut flour brownies. That carrot cake was and is, and I feel like has only gotten better since just leaving it out. Not leaving it out, but you know, the next day. It's the best. It's my favorite carrot cake that I've ever had. It is so flavorful and moist, and the ingredients are just unmatched. Like, it is absolutely incredible. It is so much more than a recipe guide, so you'll see. It's coming very, very soon. I really am almost done with it. I've been working so hard to get all the final photos and everything like that. But little side note, I did make an appointment with a fertility. She is a specialist. She's a fertility specialist, but she really specializes in basal body temperature charting. So I have an appointment with her tomorrow because I really just okay, as you know, one of my goals, other than like serum progesterone, was my oral basal body temperature getting into the 98s, which I did hit that with a couple mornings, but then I noticed that it drops off, which I don't understand. Obviously, I know what that means, that my body isn't like producing adequate progesterone, like it's not holding, it like peaks and then it drops, and it's supposed to stay elevated the whole way. Definitely think more than anything that, especially with getting my, own blood panels back, my Cyrex panel, the pathogen panel that I did, and seeing the mold in my body and understanding how that really, really hurts thyroid function on a cellular level. Like, not even like you can run your blood and it looks good with your thyroid, even in functional ranges, but we can't measure how the body is responding to thyroid. So the body is just so wise, and I know that me taking all the stuff for the mold has helped majorly, but I just feel like maybe the load is a lot heavier than I thought, and the pathogen load, and I definitely feel good and I'm doing everything to support my body, but I feel like I just really want to talk to her about that and just kind of see what she thinks. And anyway, just honestly trying to just be where I'm at. I feel like definitely I will say that I there was part of my brain that not with planning or anything like that, but I just kind of maybe thought that I might be in a place to conceive again this summer, and it's just crazy. I can't believe we're in August. Not everything is going to be perfect, and I don't want things to be perfect. I'm just, with the knowledge that I have, I'm trying to just do the best that I can. My body is unique, my history is unique, and I just think that living in the mold, growing up in it partially, and then also living in it again with Bo, I just feel at peace. And I feel like whatever needs to happen, I'm just praying that God will give me the peace and the grace and just the overall the trust that I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be, and I've made so much progress, and I feel very thankful and very hopeful. Anyway, just a little fun update. I'm just, really trusting whatever truly the timeline of my life, and knowing that it really is in God's hands. And I'm super thankful to just be working on this. It's been such a passion project that I've wanted to do for such a long time, and has by far been the number one most requested thing for you. And I'm trying to make it better than you could even imagine. So it's coming really soon. We're going camping for Bo's birthday this weekend, and just feeling super grateful and really just trying to soak up the last days of summer. But I love you so much. Thanks for watching and for hanging out. And I do want to do a little comment giveaway. Because we're leaving, I haven't had anything specific, but if you leave a comment, I'm going to do a little fun surprise comment winner. So I'm just going to send you just a little something from me to you. So Any comment that you want to leave, you'll be entered to win, and I love you so much, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.